Hey everybody, welcome to the video. Welcome to the channel. My name is Mike and this is our 2000 Subaru Outback. Now we'll get into the details on this car and tell a little bit of a story about it as we kind of go through the process. But what we're doing, basically, we're scrapping this thing, and there's a very specific reason. And if you've been with the channel for any amount of time, you know that I hang on to anything as long as I can. So if I say I can't get anything else out of it, I can't get anything else out of it. Not as a vehicle anyway. But what I can do is go through this and take stuff off that I will probably use on other projects. Yeah, I'm a little bit of a scavenger and I kind of hold on to things like that I can use. I like to make things out of stuff that's not necessarily made for that. Like this homemade log winch I made out of a 1977 CJ7 Jeep frame. You don't see that every day. A road drag out of some new steel, but also some steel from an old forklift mast. And like this brush carrier, this slides onto the forks of the tractor. This is made out of old gym equipment. Like, you know, gym equipment. Yeah. So although a lot of people would just take a car that they're going to scrap, load it on a trailer, haul it to the scrap yard, be done with it, I'm going to go through it, pick things out I can use, or might be able to use, and we'll cut it up in the process, and we'll scrap what we don't want. Any chance I get to cut a car up and study it a little bit, I'm not going to pass that up. But up, out, I'd combine two words there. There's two disclaimers with that. Captain Kleeman is not my job title. I'm a lieutenant, not a captain. The Captain Kleeman is a brand name for the channel, primarily for the fake boat in the woods. Fake boat captain on a fake boat that doesn't exist yet. This is the YouTube Yacht Project. It's a boat-themed cabin, which is currently on hold as we wait more funds. But that's where the Captain Kleeman comes from. And anything I say about any of the products I'm going to use, because I got some different window breakers and Sawzall blades just to test out for my own personal experience. This is my opinion, and my opinion only, and not the opinion of anybody that I work for. Okay. We're just going to go ahead and start with taking this back hatch off, give us a little bit more access to everything. Camera's on a magnetic mount, so access to metal for the mount is gonna, oh gosh, greatly help us here. Let's go ahead and pull this trim out. That's what I'm looking for, those two bolts right there. Beautiful. So there's two bolts right there. Hold that hinge on. I want to save those hinges. I've actually got a specific project in mind for those. And we'll pop these off. Car. All right, will you balance for me? You guys might be in a dangerous spot there. Yeah, let's see what happens. You guys good? We got ourselves a pair of heavy-duty hinges. All right. I also want to save this, I think. Kind of a sucker for any kind of cable mechanism. That's the latch for the door. Oh, yes. I don't care about any of that. I just want the cable mechanism off of it. How do I get? Oh, I see. handle, and a latch. Then we'll go ahead and pop this piece of trim out of the way so I can take the latch off this side. Huh? You're telling me I won't use that for something? Come on, you know I will. So there are going to be some people that are going to want me to save things like this motor and the tail lights and stuff like that. And I guess a fella could. You can take it and part this stuff up and sell it on eBay, but I'm not in the automotive resale industry. And I would honestly feel uncomfortable selling this to somebody because I don't even know what kind of shape or working order it's in. So if I can't use it personally, unfortunately, I think it's just going to go to the scrapyard. Let's see what's inside this door, you know, for science. Super gentle. Well, looks like a door. There's a door latch. I know I could use that for something. I don't need the electric part. You can get the actual handle off of there. Oh. There we go. Hey, where'd you get your door latch for your barn at? Oh, that's a Subaru. That's a 2000 Subaru. Okay. So this is one of those things that gets talked about every now and then is it quicker to pop a door with spreaders, or if you have access to the side, can you get the hinge off quicker like that and just remove the whole door? And I suppose, I guess it just depends if you have access. How long it takes you to find the right socket. And even like that, I get there must be a bolt on the inside of this pillar. Now, nowhere on this pillar are there any indicators for side airbags. It does have one on the side of the seat. Airbag location should always be marked or labeled so you know what you're getting into. You definitely don't want to cut across an airbag, do you? Let's see. So that should be the pre-tensioner. If you're in a wreck, it shoots off and it pulls the belt back into that real hard to cinch it up against you. Keep you in place the best you can. There we go. Another heavy hinge. You want to see something real cool about Subarus? At least I think it's cool. If you take the headrest off and you slide that rig all the way forward, huh? All the way, front to back, you can lay this whole rig down like that. Yeah. Now I'm on high alert, watching out for wasps everywhere. Luckily, I'm not wearing bright colors. So you're gonna start seeing signs of why I'm done with this car and why we're scrapping it. Now, most of you know, but if you don't, most cars are what are considered unibodies versus a truck, where a truck is a body. A truck is a body mounted on a frame. On a car, the body is the frame. And when the body starts rusting away like that, so is your frame. Now on the truck, we'll just look at the 1500 for an example. This doesn't matter. That's just the cab or the box, the bed, whatever you want to call it. That doesn't really matter. That's just cosmetic. As long as the strength and the actual frame rails are good, which these are great, you're good to go. But on a car, that's more than cosmetic. I don't know if I'm going to give you the satisfaction. Better watch that back glass. Let's get this out of the way too. Let's just expose the whole thing. Oh dear, the whole thing. Ta-da! Oh, it did. Dang. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a score for sure. And of course, the buckles too. Oh, now I'm gonna be late for sure. imagine this was of any importance. Anyway, it would appear we had a dirt trap problem. There we go. I'm not sure if that was supposed to hold together, but it's not. I mean, if you knew the right size socket and had good access to it, it's not a terribly slow way to get something off there. Two more heavy hinges. Oh, that? No, that just supports the car. It's fine, I'm sure. That should probably still be. Yeah, that's okay. I don't think I want anything on the hood. I think we're just going to unbolt it and throw it in the back. Beautiful. See if we can figure out the problem here. There you go. So I'll pretty much have everything salvaged hardware-wise, seatbelt-wise, door handles, the stuff that I want to keep off, and I'm pretty excited about that. We're gonna go ahead and start kind of cutting all this stuff up so we can take a little bit closer look at what the inside of these pillars look like, what the inside of this pillar looks like. We are gonna open up these airbags and try to set these airbags off later as well, so you guys can kind of see how that works, and more for my curiosity as well. I always love seeing different airbags. So I got two different kinds, well, three different kinds actually. Two new ones to me. This is, I don't even know how to pronounce it, but I'll put a link in the description if you want to check it out. There's a punch down in there, and when you use this, we'll put it on some metal. You're supposed to push, you hear it click, the little indentation it made. You're supposed to be able to use it as many times as you want. But let's see how it works. Always down in the corner, on the center. You should just be able to push it. Yeah, I'd say it did a pretty good job. Real easy push, wasn't bad at all. I don't know if this back glass is laminated or not. Kind of seems like it might be. No, it's not. There you go. Actually did a pretty good job. So it looks like that little punch dial does pretty good. Supposed to be able to use it as many times as you want. My only issue, I do know some guys that carry not this brand, but that push style, is that when you push it, you're kind of end up pushing through the glass motion, so I'm always worried you're going to end up slipping. I've never used these hammer styles. I mean, you see them all the time. They're in every piece of heavy equipment. Kind of seems like the standard go-to window breaker. Oh, they're double packaged. Of course they are. But I've never actually used one myself. Always wondered how well they work. It's got a seatbelt cut on under there too. I'll assume both ends are the same. Again, I'll just do a little tap in the corner here. Yeah. Easy peasy. Very light swing, didn't take anything at all, which makes sense. It's made to break glass, and it does just that. Like I said, I've never actually used one before. So we've got 2 more windows up here. I'm gonna try to do the slow-mo on this one with the camera, test it out on the GoPro. But on this one, this is the style punch that I use. See, it's just a spring with a point on that end, just like that. So I just hold it. Simple as that. So they all have pretty much the same glass breaking component, right? That hardened metal tip, which is down in there. And they all do the same job. This one's got a seatbelt cutter. It's the one you always see in equipment. My only thing about this is you're pushing through the glass. Not necessarily through it, but you're pushing into the glass. It would be easy to through there on accident, but it does seem to do a good job. These seem to work fine. Although I think it, you know, as long as you got enough room to actually swing the thing. But this spring-loaded one is my preferred go-to. With all that being said though, let's test the slow-mo on this camera. Hopefully that turned out okay. Let's start getting this all cut off here. This is, well, this is just a DeWalt 20 volt saw, but anyway, it's just a Diablo metal blade. Medium metal is what it says on the package. Ta-da! That's what the inside well looks like. It's Linux. They've got a pretty decent reputation. Let's see how they do. Listen, that's a hard pass on the Linux. It's a metal blade, but I'm just not liking the way that's going. This is a Morse metal cutting, carbide tipped. Fairly aggressive looking blade. I bet we get decent luck with that. We'll come a little bit higher on it. She's got a good look to her now, bud. She's got a good look to her. Excuse sir. Pretty wild. Be a lot more breezy. Yep. There's the way all this looks on the inside though. That's the roof, or the track for the sunroof. Pretty cool. We'll just keep on moving our way forward. Let's check out the airbags in this passenger seat. Now, most of the time they should be labeled, but that doesn't mean they always will be. We're just gonna, well, yeah, let's just do it. I don't know if you've ever messed with airbags, but they are pretty violent when they go off. Should have done upholstery for a living. That was a clean cut. Ah, yes. See? Even the car manufacturers use duct tape. Looky there. Ah, dang loud. And there it gets old. Now that I kind of know where the wires are, we'll try to leave this one intact on this side so we can see it blow out the actual seat itself. Just blows that seam right out. I'm sure that's fine. 1999, no kidding. Dang near vintage. Very cool. There's that A-pillar looks like. Just gonna weaken that side for now. So I like to walk it up and over. And we'll try to go all the way through on this one. Yeah, looking good there. Love it. Well, that side weak and this side cut. We should be able to just walk it over if I'm strong enough, but I don't know if I am. Beautiful. There's that B-pillar, looks like. There's a lot going on in there. So this is what I love about doing this. By cutting into that other one, I learned where all the metal was at. So all I had to do is slide my cut a couple inches lower, and I'm just in one thickness right there. Instead of trying to go through 1, 2, 3, I'm just down to 1 right there. So it cuts easier and cuts faster. Avoid all the buildup. Learning today, boys. Been looking for that receipt. Perfect. That's a really good cross section. Check this out. So Subaru had a recall on the frame design, or the monobody, unibody design on this car. And what they ended up doing, they had corrosion problems. You're gonna be surprised when I show you the rest of this that that's what I just said. But yeah, believe it or not, corrosion problems. And what they did in the recall is they came back and they put this on. It's a really good cross section. Let me show you this. So you can see that's metal, then there's another metal layer, and there's another metal layer, and then there is a rubber undercoating. They came back and they sprayed the whole bottom side of these cars with this rubber undercoating to try to fix that corrosion issue they were having. I think it was 2000 through 2004. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure if that's the correct year, but yeah, they had a corrosion issue. There you go. Kind of cool. Now this section of rot right here, that was just all rotted out. And the undercoating held the rust together long enough. But then this whole back panel here, that was all filled, you can see, with all this dirt. This whole thing was just filled up with dirt, which of course accelerates your rot just a little bit there, bud. Oh yeah, wonderful, wonderful. And here's this side here. There's my hand. There's just nothing left there. Girls came up and wanted to go swimming down the pond, and how do you say no to that? It's a hot day, so wardrobe change. Pond's looking great though, feeling great. Let's keep on going. I just want to keep peeling back the layers here and just seeing how it's all put together and where the strong points and weak points are, and we'll just kind of work our way to the front. Let's just see what else we've got in here. An 11 millimeter, so close to being worth something. Go up, all right. That would be the heat shield above the exhaust. Well, that makes changing the muffler a little easier, doesn't it? What is this? Does anybody know what this is under the seat? Kind of looks like a speaker. It's factory. What is this thing? Ooh, a quarter. Nice. So that is it for this video. That's all we're going to on this video. But the next video, I'm gonna keep working on this tonight, and then I've got another day off coming up. We're just gonna keep stripping this thing down piece by piece. We'll do that airbag and that airbag too, so y'all can see that and see what everything looks like under the dash. I know a few people are gonna be mad and think it's wasteful and that we have to save it and do this and do that, but I'm gonna get everything I can out of it, and we're just gonna get rid of the daggone thing. I have a daily. Chelsea has a daily, and then we have the truck for the utility. This used to be my daily. And then we bought Chelsea a new used daily driver, and this got kind of shoved to the back of the line. Now I drive what she used to drive, and we still have the truck for utility, so we don't really need anything more than 3 vehicles. This is what we're doing with it. If you like what we're doing here, make sure you subscribe. Keep in mind, we've got over 400 videos. None of them like this, but we have over 400 videos for you to check out. Make sure you subscribe, you like the video, you like the channel, and share it with your friends and family. We get this knocked out. I'm still waiting for that gentleman to come pick up those persimmon logs that we did in the previous video. As soon as he picks those up, we'll have the money for everything else we need to get the roof on. So hopefully we'll be doing the goat barn roof fairly soon, and hopefully July treats us well as far as YouTube revenue goes, and we can get that concrete floor poured sometime in August. Things keep getting more expensive. You guys understand that. Everybody's struggling with that right now. So anywho, that's it. That's all I got. Just a bunch of rambling. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. I wonder if I should drive it like this, just for fun.